But
Hey! Stop being naughty. Stop being naughty and writing anagrams of ginger in the chat. I'm back. Is gonna be a fun Poland shenanigans stream or a dogshit catboy cheating stream? I just needed to get a video out, and I'd been looking at that in the airport. Oh, fuck me. I don't know. I feel like my memory of the holiday has been erased by my time in the fucking airport.
welcome back, Tom.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you for the sub. Yes. My fucking... Yeah, I had like a lump in my mouth that hurt like hell, and I was like feeling sick, but it got better. What was Poland like? Incredibly hot. And thank you, Gamer Legend Celebrity Ben. It was insanely hot. Thank you, baby.
Punishment holiday.
True, it was pretty brutal. it was pretty fucked. It was kind of a non-relaxing holiday, and we were set up to have a rough time, right? We were set up to have a bad time. I'll talk about it a bit. I have a bunch of food pictures on Twitter. Was it long enough to get money out of it? Nope. No. We had a 1 hour, hour and a half layover, 1 hour, 1 hour and a half layover, something like that, because that's what the airline set us up with. Our first plane out was so late, it took off after the time we were meant to get on to the next plane. Sorry, that's not true at all. What am I talking about? Wait, no. Whoa. There was some fucked... No. Sorry. It it wasn't that extreme. It took off so late that the earliest estimate would have been like half an hour after the check-in time, not check-in time, but boarding time for the next flight. Sorry, it was a week ago. I have my fresh... That wasn't the only fucked travel thing. I have the second fucked travel thing in my head, blurring things. The plane was so late that its arrival time would have been like half an hour after boarding time for the next flight. Luckily, they were able to take a different route, fucking whatever, shortcuts, and they cut it down by half an hour. So we landed in Frankfurt, and we had to literally fucking run through the airport, even though they delayed the flight for like 10 or 15 minutes. We thought, hey, maybe this delay is so they can put our baggage on the next flight. No. We made it. We made the transfer. We made the connection. Our luggage didn't. So we arrived in Poland, and no one told us that. Lucky we asked them about that stuff on the plane. Didn't really answer us. We're like, yeah, whatever. They would have fucking known. They just didn't tell us. We were waiting at the check-in. Not the check-in. Holy fuck. We were waiting at the baggage carousel for ages and ages and ages and ages. We were going to be late for our taxi. So we left the baggage claim. No, we asked someone about it, and it was explained or whatever. We went out. Taxi driver called, and he was saying, look, I'm here. What's going on? And we told him about the bags. And he said, don't worry. I can wait. I can wait. Things happen. But, yeah. They sent our bags on a separate flight. Thank you. C sign. How can you be late to a taxi? It was scheduled. We scheduled it before we left. To have all the ducks in a row. Make sure things would go smoothly. Which they didn't. Luckily, although it was incredibly stressful to have this happen, and of course Lucky Bee didn't have any of her fucking girl cosmetic shit, so we had to go. Our first night in Poland was finding like makeup wipes and stuff. Great. Luckily our bags were sent to the hotel in the night, so we got our stuff from the next day onwards. So, not as bad as it could be, but very tiring and more stressful than it should be, all of that. On the way back. We got on the first plane. We were in that plane, I don't know, half an hour? And they told us, you probably noticed something's wrong. The right engine won't start. All the while, because the air vents and stuff aren't going properly, the cabin is filling up with the stink of like the cheese-flavored crisps that some little shit was eating like 2 seats forward. The cabin fucking reeked, and we were trapped in there. We waited, I don't know, half an hour more. They tell us, we're going to try one last thing. We're going to turn everything off and then on again. And then that didn't work. And the flight was cancelled. Except, the captain told us, oh, the flight isn't cancelled. The flight isn't cancelled. Looks like it's still gonna happen. So we get off. And we're at the intersection where we have to decide, wait, do we just go to transfers or do we have to pick up our bags? No one explained anything. No one was fucking there to talk to. Eventually, we talked to like a disability helper who pushes people in wheelchairs, and he explained we had to go wait for our bags. Couldn't figure out where the bags were, so we had to get a bilingual guy to help us with the staff member who didn't speak English, to explain where the bags are going to come from, and we got them. Of course, everyone who was going to be on that flight is now fucked. So everyone was trying to get answers. And apparently most people were directed to the bag check-in to get their information. There was just literally everyone who was on the plane, except for us and a handful of other people, were piled in there. Zero fucking chance of us getting to the front anytime soon. Luckily, we went straight to this was with Lufthansa, by the way. Just so you know. Just fair warning. This was with Lufthansa. We went to the Lufthansa Star Alliance desk. And they were telling us, no, you have to go over there. You have to go to the baggage check-in. must have seen the look on Lucky Bee's face, because she said, "Oh, okay, all they'll do over there is give you this." She gave us a QR code. A QR code to get a voucher for a taxi ride and a stay in a hotel. We did that. We filled it in. They booked a hotel for us. And they gave us the place to meet a taxi driver in code. So we had to ask multiple help desks, where the fuck is this waiting point? What does this mean? We ended up waiting for like 40 minutes. No taxi driver came. So I just said, fuck it. And I just paid for a room in the hotel that's next to the airport. The next day, I don't think there were any problems the next day, but of course, still very stressful. Things would happen again. Spent more money eating at the hotel. And the idea was, before starting again, Lucky Bee would have a buffer day on Sunday. Instead, there was a fucked thing. The first flight was at 5 a.m. The second flight was at 5 p.m. So we spent half a day in Frankfurt Airport. Which, it's not a horrible place, but there's not a whole lot to do in an airport. And there are a lot of noisy children and noisy adults. So, we got home late on Sunday. And I said, fuck it, I got up on Monday and I just said, fuck it, I'm not streaming. I'm in no state to be streaming. I'm so fucked up and tired. I'm fine now. Despite me garbling my fucking words and mixing up the stories. But yeah. I feel it overshadowed the holiday a little bit. Maybe in part because it was quite a strenuous holiday. It was a family holiday. We were meeting up with Lucky Bee's family members who also travel. And we met up in Wrocław. One of the first things we did after the disaster of the first flights was we were told there's a great site at the top of this cathedral or church, whatever the hell it is. You just pay a little bit and then you go up there. Sounds nice, right? First thing we did in Poland on our first full day, climbed the absolute most fucked staircase in existence. Hey, you're tired? You're stressed after not having access to your life? Let's climb the most fucked, crooked, infinite spiral staircase that's like this wide and has people going up and down. And it just never fucking ends. It never ends. The view was nice, though. There was another. You could go to the Bridge of Penitence. We didn't do that. We decided not to do that afterwards. Alright? Okay? We ate a bunch of shit. We looked around at a bunch of stuff. We wanted to get some pictures at the, Memorial to the Slaughtered Animals in Wrocław, like a famous collection of statues. Some lady was just there with her kid, and her kid was riding the statues and playing on them. For as long as we waited. I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, looking around the shops next to it. I don't know if she was running some kind of grift, where you gotta, ask her to get her fucking kid off of them. And, pay her or something, but, we're not gonna deal with that. Fine. Fuck you. Fuck your damn kid. Get away from me. Get away from those animals. Look like I had a good time? At times. Just a little... There's a lot of stressful, annoying stuff. Aderspach, or whatever, in Czech Republic, we took a little... Oh my god. Okay. On the Thursday, we booked a tour. We booked a ride to the Stone City in the Czech Republic. Night before, we were supposed to go at 9:30 a.m. Night before, hey, actually it's going to be 11:30. Which means we don't get home until 7, which like fucks up dinner plans. Just instead of getting back at like 5ish, we got back after 7. It's a real cool place though. Lots of big stones, which sounds lame, but that's very cool. There is another problem though. There's another problem there. Now, there are more open foresty areas there, with stones far to the side. There's a bit where it narrows, closes in on you, and there's water running, and it's cold. You step into this area through a brick gate, and it gets really cold, and you can touch the stones, and they're really cold. That's really cool. That's really neat. And then you reach the climbing area, the stairs area, where it's single file. For some godforsaken reason, people think that it's a really good place to take their... Oh yeah, before I get to that, we had 3 hours at this place, Addersbach or whatever. And the tour guide suggested, go around the lake and then follow the green path. We go around the lake. Took us about half an hour. We look at our little map. Warning, you'll need about 3 hours to get around the green circuit. Fuck! What the fuck? So we were rushing like hell to get through it fast. We took photos, but we were pretty rushed. It was pretty stressful because you can't just dip out of it. It's a circuit you have to go around. So we didn't have as good an experience as we should have. Spoiler, we got through it with 45 minutes or so to spare. But back to the experience on the staircase section, the climbing section. For some reason, people thought it was a really good idea to take their, like, actually 5-year-old, fucking 4-year-old kids and toddlers there. The kids don't like it. The kids don't like it. And they scream. They scream a lot. One child in particular was right in front of us, refusing to go up the stairs at a reasonable pace, and it is single file. Another child made it up the first descent, looked down at the first descent, and was ostensibly scared shitless, and had a full-on scared for their life screaming fit that we could still hear into the next 2 or so areas. Non-stop. I don't know why the fuck you would bring your kids here. Rocks are really cool. There's a rock called the Turtle, looks like a turtle. There's a rock called the Carpets, looks like carpets. There's a little passageway called the Mouse Hole that is pretty neat. Let me see if I can grab you a picture. Well, I fucking know I can. I'll show you. Let me save this image. Let me save the damn image. It shrinks down to only being half a meter wide, and the end of the stone city is through here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. Luckily we brought food. This isn't Poland. This is Czech Republic. We hopped over the border. We border hopped. We brought food, which was good, because even though there were vendors, you would have to get like absolutely ass fucked on conversion, because of course you'd need Czech crowns to pay for anything. It was all just like trash, like fast food and stuff though. And when you leave the Stone City, there are a bunch of vendors just selling bottles of spirit and, I shit you not, Counter-Strike knives. They were selling like karambits, or however you pronounce it. Counter-Strike knife skins. I guess just to like and random shit like Lilo and Stitch plushies. Felt like I was going into like a homeless camp. It was very strange. Very strange. But the rocks were cool. The rocks were very cool. We went to some sort of concert hall at the university in Wrocław. They were playing some music. Looked in a room full of benches. I don't know. It was... Oh. Lot of food. But I would say again mixed. And the service was insane. Lizard Toby, thank you. I don't know if I just didn't understand or if the service really was insane. Normally, I'll come across one of two kinds of service, right? No, I don't mean insane as in insanely good. I mean insane as in deranged. Let me explain. Normally, thank you, Lizard. I'm glad I make you laugh. I don't know, a lot of people are too fucking serious. I don't know. Why did you do this? Why did you show us this thing you think is really funny, or weird, or gross? Why would you... What is the point of this? Why are you laughing? Oh, man. Anyway. Two kinds of service I'll generally encounter, in the UK at least. Okay? True. My secret technique to defend Riley is to show you their membership to a group that uses a product from a company that markets hormones to minors. That they're in a Steam group that uses that as its logo. That's my Anyway. Stop laughing. I can't do it. I'm the Joker. Baby. I'm the Joker. Baby. Do they realize they can just not watch things to their liking? I can't say shit about that. My stream is me watching shit that I think I'll get angry at. I can't say fucking anything about that. That's fine. Yeah, right. Anyway, in the UK, and perhaps where you're from, I'm used to either being waited on. You'll be brought menus, and then they'll come and take your order, and then they'll get you stuff. And then you'll be able to, like, flag them down. They'll sort of be around. You can flag them down, or they'll come in to check. Right? Or a more sort of pub-style service. You go up to the counter, you order, and then you go and pick it up when it's ready. Or some fast food places have those little buzzers where you order, they give you a buzzer, and when it's ready, it goes off and you go and pick it up. Most of the time in Poland, it might just be because we're English speakers and they don't want to fucking deal with us. But I didn't see anyone else having like attentive service either. They do not want you to like order at the bar. Or at any point. They don't want you to do it on your own. You got to be served, but like it seems like they don't want you to fucking buy anything. I don't know. They like come once. You order stuff, and then you do not fucking see them again. And if you do, you better act fast. You better go fucking fast, man. Ooh. There was some real bad service at like a potato place, like a potato-focused place, but that service was like an outlier, I'd say. It just took a million years. It just took a million years for them to come and take our order. And it took a billion years for the food cut to come out. That's where I had like the long testicle pizza. Which is okay. Bit of a temperature problem on that, but whatever. I also had an interesting experience with... It's not an interesting experience with food, but I think I went to the Czech version of TGI Fridays. TJ? Oh my god, fake American. TGI Fridays. It's called... Drobny Kotsur. Something like that. Kotsur? Whatever. There's like a pervert... The logo is like this fucking pervert squirrel that looks at people's asses at the beach. And I had some Czech beer that I thought wasn't shit. And then I got really fucking drunk. I don't know what percentage it was, but I got obliterated. I had 3 giant mugs of this stuff. I had one pour, because the meme with the Czech tank beer is they pour it in different ways. You can have it all foam, like mostly foam, quarter foam, or no foam. I had the no foam version first, Choktan. Then I had the Hladinka or whatever, or Hedlink, whatever, I don't know, which is a bit of foam, and then I had another Choktan. And it tasted good, but I was annihilated. I got so drunk.
3 giant mugs for the biggest mug there is.
Fuck you. Fuck off, Hex. Go back to Rotherham. What was the ABV? I don't even know if it was that high. But the beer in Poland was fucking me up. Certainly didn't stop me from drinking it. The first night when we got in and we didn't have our luggage at first, we went to a place called Semaphore, which is train themed. The seats are train seats with the train fucking fabric and the things at the side of your head. And luckily there was someone there who spoke English a bit who could help us. Most of the holiday we could find someone who spoke enough English, or just like when ordering stuff, just fucking point. It's fine, just fucking point. Say prosha, 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 dziękuję, whatever. This was a train-themed restaurant that specialized in bao bun burgers and was run by Ukrainians. I tried the local beer and got obliterated on the first night. I had 2 pints. We also got the biggest fucking plate of food I've seen in my goddamn life. We asked, like, what should we get? What should we get? And they recommended the schnitzel, which is apparently very popular. I probably should have gotten a beef tartare at some place, because that seems really popular there as well. But in terms of popular things there, I got. Obviously, you don't have anything for scale, but let me show you this bad boy. Lucky B and I shared this. It's fucked. The plate is like this. It's a pork schnitzel with an egg and spring onion on top, smoked cottage cheese, potato wedges, and a salad underneath. We split it, and each half was a large portion. Lucky B, of course, ate a lot less than me, and it tasted so fucking good. I think coming back from all the flight troubles, getting away from all the flight troubles, having this and a beer might have been like the best moment in the holiday, just because it was like and every millimeter of the coating was perfectly crispy, even after touching like the cottage cheese and stuff, right?
Bomb Ergoy donated £1.
Thank you,
Tim,
M-Bomb.
why are you so obsessed with defending the transgender cheater?
I'm not!
Join Shud Logic in his hunger for God.
I'm not! They might be cheating.
At end
But I don't know.
forfeit the streamer a $5 superberry.
Thank
Has
you.
Kuz gotten back to you in any way, shape,
Why would he?
or form?
Why would he? It would be very fun and funny if he did. I don't have any expectation of that, but I thought it was funny to say. What was I fucking saying? Any racism news? I saw like 3 people who weren't white the entire time I was there. Does that count as racism news? Does that count? Trying to think what else. It's all God. I was so tired the whole time. I'm trying to focus. Oh, I'm trying to focus. Did you really fly to another country to eat white people food? There's a lot of different white people food. Do Georgians count as white? We went to a Georgian restaurant called, like, I don't know, fucking Ugrazina. I'm probably saying it horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. By the way, these are the Czech beers I had. This is the one with the foam. Here's a picture of one of the Czech beers I had, the tank beer. I don't know what the ABV is, but 3 of those obliterated me. To be fair, I drank 1.5 liters of beer without knowing how strong it was. Which, that's on that's on me. I'm going to jump around a bit talking about this stuff, okay? My memories are all over the place. I'm not going to do it in a line. One of the best things in the Czech Republic was this sign. It sounds like an insult. You fucking cuckrovy homoli. Fuck you. The Polish people explained something to us. They explained that they enjoy visiting the Czech Republic, and they especially enjoy the boat tour that's here. Because to them, Czech speakers sound like stupid medieval children. Like they explained, because Czech is like a revived language. It's like if someone was speaking fucking Old English. Like they say it sounds goofy like that to them. And like it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. They weren't saying it hatefully. They were just like, it is what it is. It is what it is, or whatever. It is what it is. We went to some weird little place where we had the mandatory pierogies. They were okay. The meat ones were a bit tough, dry, weird, but let me show you something that's good as fuck. Let me show you a revelation. I don't know if this is specifically Polish, but we had it in Poland. These are hot cheesecakes. I think, like, made with cottage cheese even. Hot cheesecakes with powdered sugar and strawberry sauce. These were good as fuck. These were really good. These were really good. That might be my... No. I don't know. No, it's not my number one discovery. I'll jump back to talking about the Georgian restaurant. Because my number one food discovery... You ready? Is a Georgian food. They are not pronounced chinkali. Although I thought it might be, and I was yelling about chinking out. They are kinkali, and I was kinking out. They are stiff. They are a little bit stiff. And you fucking... I don't know, this is just sick. This is sick and insane. It's like a Xiaolong Bao. The Chinese soup dumplings. But you grab the nipple and you do this and you like bite it at the edge and suck the soup out and then like eat the meat inside. It's good as hell. I had a spicy goulash as well. Why everyone got to reinvent the dumpling? Because dumplings are good as fuck, and there are a million variations that are good as fuck. I didn't go to Georgia. This was a Georgian restaurant in Wrocław. It's good as hell. So fucking good. What else? What else? I had a version of pizza. I wanted to get pizza. I didn't have like the normal pizza. I had potato dumplings filled with meat. They were long. They do look a bit testicular. Grab the nips, bite the butt. Pretty much. the capybaras, excuse me? Your sister's capybaras? In Prague? Like I say, it was a family holiday. We met up with Lucky Bee's family. Not the entire family. She has a large family. But they went off to Prague after we left. And they sent us like a picture of some water rats. No, they sent us a video of some water rats. And they were going off about how, oh, look, it's fucking capybaras. I don't know, kind of nutty. They were so excited about seeing capybaras in Prague. What else we get? Let's see. At the hotel before we left the UK, by the way, we left from fucking Birmingham, which is a total shithole. There was a vomit outside of the hotel and everything. Really authentic. Lucky Bee got a pizza that was too spicy for her. She didn't realize the pizza would be so spicy in Birmingham. Anyway, what else do we have in terms of Polish foods? We got the Zapiekanka. These are pretty good. Lucky Bee was a bit disappointed in hers because the mushroom was minced instead of sliced. Play that on stream from Tony Rigatoni. This isn't Polish food. No, I'm good. I don't want to look at that. I'm okay. I don't want to throw up. I don't want to vomit. Okay? You gave me £1? You don't control me. Sorbet gives me, finds, fucking paper clips and stuff to kick at me. I don't watch the videos she wants me to watch. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. Not how it works. What else was there? Had a good burger at the airport hotel. That was pretty sick. We stayed at a Scandic. And the breakfast was sick as fuck. It rotated every day, but they had gyoza. They always had 2 different sausages, infinite thin bacon, all sorts of shit. Crispy potato rosties, all that stuff. But the most important thing I got in Poland, in terms of food, I think we can do one. I think I can show you one more thing. No, I'll show you 2 more things. I'd voluntarily got day rape drugged. I'll explain, but first, I brought this home with me. I presume this isn't Polish, but is an import to the store. I don't know from where. Salty lychee mento drink with jelly. Okay. You're gonna find me in real life? Okay. You won't like it. You won't like where I live. You won't enjoy it. And then the last thing I'll show you now. I decided to try one of the local cocktails. At a place I think is pronounced Żabka. There are convenience stores called Żabka or Zabka or something. And they sell alcohol. And they sell, pre-mixed cocktails. This is not a pre-mixed cocktail. This is like a way to get raped. Don't drink this. Don't drink this. It says 20%. It feels like 60%. It's an alco pop, but it is so much worse than drinking straight alcohol. It's one of the worst things I've ever tasted, and it will get you fucked up. Insanely terrible. I probably should have known from looking at the packaging, but that's part of the fun, right? Right? One more thing. I'm probably going to be saying one more thing all night. Are you guys familiar with the acronym EPI? I didn't go to Gdansk. 20% is not. Yeah. There's a deli. EPI is early porn introduction. And there's a terrible thing and something pedos like a lot. They like kids seeing porn as early as possible. Stuff like that. Whatever. EPI. There's a fucking... If you've ever seen that shit, Giggly Goon Clown and that one, like, trans porn streamer, the one connected to Finster or whatever, I don't know. If you've ever seen that shit, this deli hits different. This deli hits different. Lovely inside, though. Lovely inside, though. Massive deli counters. It's where I got the salty lychee. Which I guess... There's a restaurant in Leeds called Little Tokyo that sells something called itchy lychee, and I never had the balls to buy it. One more thing. No, I got multiple more things. Let's just keep going. I'll give you another food thing, and then I'll give you a... Oh! I'll give you a right-wing update. Okay? I was a little bit surprised. Because, you know, there's the whole idea that people all over Europe aren't fans of Americans or Americanization or stuff like that. I didn't expect to see some fucked up, like, super American-style deranged candies and treats. What the what were they on? Mango, vanilla, and strawberry in a green wafer sandwich. Cactus. Bro. But that's... But hold up. But that's not all. There is another version of cactus. I don't know if I can show this on Twitch. There is another cactus ice cream. Fucking Hulk cock after he raped a Smurf. It's an ice pop with, I don't know, some sort of pseudo chocolate over it, filled with bubblegum goop. It squirts goop when you bite into it. Does look like a pickle, yeah. It's all bubblegum flavored. It's weird as hell. I don't know. Very strange. Very strange. I think a lot of people in chat will appreciate this. There was street art. And there was, like, Antifa and pro-refugee graffiti. However, every single piece of it I saw was treated similarly to this. They were all similarly altered. Similarly changed. Have I ever seen the Camel Balls candy? No. But I did notice. Yeah, re-fuck you. I did notice something to do with camels in Frankfurt. There are smoking lounges at the airport. And they're fucking sponsored by the cigarette brand. So there's just camel lounges all over the place. And you can't avoid them. You go past them and someone comes out and you just get blasted with an entire carton's worth of cigarette smoke. You get annihilated. Instant cancer as you walk through Frankfurt Airport. By the way, on the way there, I played some video games. The plane didn't have internet, but it did have its own little system you could connect to. And they had a bunch of games. Like Angry Heroes. Or Cut the Candy. My favorite, I believe it was Super World Adventure. Yes, Super World Adventure. It looked like this. I was scared that mid-flight Nintendo was gonna fire some anti-air missiles at us to take us down. Fucking DMCA missiles. Was it good? Fuck no, it was totally fucked. It was straight garbage. One of the worst things I've ever experienced. There's, like I said, there was a lot of pressure. But I did have some moments of relaxation. Went up on a rooftop bar. Had a little sippy. Asked for a slow gin and tonic, but they just gave me a regular gin and tonic. But whatever. I was tired. Just give it to me. It's a me, Marion. I thought you were gonna fucking say, it's a me, Maricon. Can you say that? I don't know what that word means. It's foreign. It's foreign. I don't know what that word means. Went to the botanical garden. That was pretty nice. I don't know that you would care to see it. You can see it on my Twitter. Much more pictures on my Twitter. I don't know. What else? I think that's about it for like stream start. I'm sure Lucky Bee will remind me of some stories. Did you go to the Bedonsk? I have no goddamn idea what the hell that is or what that means. Slop me up again. Send me the slop. Send me the slop. Reslop me. I lost the link. Did I bring chat kielbasa? All the sausage I had in Wrocław. I think all of it was at breakfast. But in Frankfurt, I ate like 7 sausages. I had sausage for breakfast. And then I had a lunch of 3 giant sausages at Deli Bros. Those were pretty fucking good. Those were pretty good. I asked for the true German. For some reason, they had to take a blood sample and scan my eye before they'd let me eat it. I don't want to see it, but I'll look at it. Fine. Don't think this means that if you donate, I'll look at your shit. I will not.
Welcome back, Timato. Praise
Thank you,
PO in chat.
Geroptimus.
Praise banana chat.
Hell yeah, brother. Bananas and shrimps. Did I see the devs from CD Projekt Red? Or Projekt Red? Not recently. I saw their diversity stuff. Oh god, I saw the diversity stuff, and it was it was where they list all their marginalized traits to try and, I guess, appeal to that fucking whatever funding. And they had a guy in a wheelchair saying, you know, I am disabled. I am a loner. Like it's a fucking disability. That was good. I don't know if you remember that. I don't know if I posted a video about that or if I just talked about it on stream. All right, let's go for it. Right. Is it just like cornstarch slop? Or is it the mashed whatever? The fucking African goop. The African goop they eat and like stick on their hands. The root that they mix into paste. I don't remember what it's called, but I've seen it a million times in like travel food shops. They're acting. They're acting. That looks like when Lucky Bee eats a big tub of instant ramen. She never eats it all, and she never drinks all the broth. That's what's left behind. That's what's left behind. Not the giant yellow pile of goo. I mean the liquid in the bottom bowl.
Bismillah. Sis to sis. La 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 la. Nah, meow meow.
It's just all bone.
Hey, goo goo.
La boo boo. What is it? Is this a new level to the ASMR playing with goo stuff where they actually eat it? There's no grip on that. It's just slime. Why are you putting it on your hands and then picking stuff up with it? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. Not real. It doesn't fucking do anything. It's not real. Pretend food. Pretend food. Not to be racist, but this made me want to check in on Jisher the Community. If you don't know who Jisher the Community is, he's a guy who decided that he was going to take up the challenge of drinking a cup of tea every day, and he would post a video of him drinking it. On day 14, the video started featuring fire alarm beeps. I believe over 100 days later, it was still beeping. It might even be more than that. But last time I checked, he had not uploaded any more. He's dead. And it was 165 videos. He just gave up. 2 months ago was his last one. House burnt down. Maybe. Who knows? You okay, bro? 5 months ago was the last community post. That doesn't help us. Have you been going live, brother? No. Watch my daughter fall asleep while sleeping. I'm okay. I don't need weird kid content. Thanks for trying, though. I'd say I appreciate it, but I don't. Imagine if he's ignoring the battery in his webcams, known for their battery operation, and he was still sitting in front of it trying to upload. Perhaps he's fancy though. He's got like a water cooler. I figured the first thing we should look at today is something that I think I'll like, and if I don't like it, we'll just skip it. And if I don't have anything to say, I'll just skip it. But yesterday, Gamers Nexus dropped on their consumer advocacy channel a video called "Piracy is for Trillion-Dollar Companies: Fair Use, Copyright Law, and Meta AI." That's some sus content, lol. They're not sus for it. They are just like part of the generation that is fucking clueless about the internet and doesn't. They just don't think about it. They don't think about what it means to put your kid on the internet like that. I think it doesn't register who's out there and what's out there, I guess, or the impact it could have to have your kid out there and when they find out and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, you were the first person to tell them the documentary had been taken down? Sick. Lucky they didn't shoot the messenger.
The best way to make money on AI is to break any law necessary to reach endgame before the competition, because trillion-dollar companies can lie, cheat, and steal their way to having the best LLM and worry about paying the...
To be fair, right? If you make AM, it's over. If you make AM, no one is going to come and sue you. No one's going to DMCA AM.
fines and legal fees later, because the fines will always be lower than the omnipotent shareholder value. And Meta joins us today because Meta is pirating content for its LLM, something that
the next gen of, if the punishment's a fine, it's not illegal if you're rich.
That normal end users aren't allowed to do within the law. But if you're a trillion-dollar company, then go for it, I guess. Weirder still is that a judge just said that this is...
Now, I always said and I always thought or guessed, I didn't say this definitively, I always guessed that the best defense against AI scraping shit and using it would be on the basis of intellectual property rights. People would talk about like privacy and whatnot, but for stuff you put on the web, I think I would have thought going for the copyright shit would have been the way to go. But it's looking. I've got a bad feeling about this video.
Okay, it's fair use, which is a particularly hot topic for us right now, and it feels a little bit like a double standard sometimes. Now, individuals, as in normal people, have been prosecuted at various points over the decades for piracy of content, music or whatever it may be.
The thing is, presumably that argument is considering, or that point would be considering, now maybe I'm wrong, I haven't read it, this is my first introduction to what's been going on. The idea would be it's transformative and it's not just spitting out what it has fed in. But I would have presumed the issue simply would have been that they're using your intellectual property for commercial purposes to begin with by using it to train. Surely the violation would be occurring at the point they use it, at the point they include it in their corpus.
And it seems that the little guy is told from governments and large companies, record labels, huge trillion-dollar entities, that piracy bad. But if you're Meta, it turns out, fuck you. When Megacorp...
But like, I can only imagine the fair use aspect applying to the AI generating stuff, but you're still using it in another way before you even reach that point.
Corporations do it, it's justifiable, it's okay. Suddenly, downloading things you'd normally have to pay for is no problem. They don't even have to pay for it once. They literally just never pay for it at all. It really feels like they don't even have to pay.
Whoa. They're not just calling using it to train it fair use. Sorry, they're not just calling using it to train piracy. They're literally just pirating. Okay. Holy fuck. I didn't realize it was that bad. I thought he was just describing unauthorized usage of intellectual property as piracy. Literally means pirating it in the same way I might pirate something, but never would.
It's okay. Suddenly, downloading things you'd normally have to pay for is no problem. They don't even have to pay for it once. They literally just never pay for it at all. That's really deranged. Feels like these multi-trillion-dollar companies, like Meta in this case, get different rules than the rest of us who have to deal with things like
me. I'm gonna pirate all the Marvel movies and then explain it's fair use because I'm only doing it to train the natural intelligence of my brain such that I can produce something else later. It's fine.
Copyright claims or fair use and your justification of why something's fair use. And the DMCA system. This is very interesting to us, though, because of our recent experiences with Bloomberg. So fair use is a fact-based defense. It is specifically a defense where in a court, you would use it to illustrate why you think your use of a set of copyrighted work is fair use, and therefore you don't need permission or licensing. You can just use it to further newsworthiness, commentary, criticism, education is another one, parody is another of the optional criteria you could meet. There's a lot of ways to use fair use in a defense. And then there's another part that's really not nuanced.
Yeah, my audience, as you all know, I have no audience, you're all bots. You're actually self-training neural networks, and anything I show you is for the public good. I'm making you better by showing it, which justifies the violation of intellectual property rights, of course.
And the part that has no nuance with fair use and with DMCA takedowns is how they function on YouTube. So DMCA takedowns on YouTube instantly take down a video, they apply a strike to the channel, and then you have to deal with it as the creator.
Because that's the best way for them to not get in trouble. It's the best way for the platform to comply and not be held liable, yeah? Safest for them.
Whether or not you are actually infringing any copyright. If there's no further action, the content goes back up, the strike is removed, everything's back to normal, except the creator gets punished for those 13 days, and the content is suppressed and basically killed. So it does feel like a sort of double standard where Meta recently used copyrighted materials in training its LLMs. There were disputes over that and the legitimacy of it and whether or not they need licenses. Meta, in the meantime, is able to...
What are the fucking odds they didn't? Yeah, only public domain only. Okay. Got Grok only able to. Got fucking, I don't know, ChatGPT. Got fucking Meta's shit. What is that? What is Meta's one called? Anyway, they're just speaking in Shakespearean language.
Continue using those materials unless an injunction of some kind is filed, and it's able to continue profiting on those materials, and everything can stay up, operational, and function as normal while they go deal with the disagreement, the legal disagreement.
Gemini,
the lawsuit,
yeah.
either behind closed doors or in court. Meta was sued by at least 13 authors in the particular case we're talking about today. There's a judgment. It was found to be under fair use. There are aspects of the case still ongoing. Up until this moment, with
Plaintiffs and class members did not consent to the use of their copyrighted books as training material in any version of Llama, despite there being a vibrant market for content for AI training, a market within which Meta participates. Okay.
With LLMs, these huge companies, they really cared about protecting their own intellectual property to the point of making examples out of random individuals who might have downloaded music or redistributed it through seeding in a torrent network or something. And that wasn't a common case to bring in front of a judge, but there were a few instances of people being prosecuted for that. We brought you this video with our black market GPU backer tiers, since our deep dive investigation was taken down by an illegitimate copyright strike by a multi-billion-dollar corporation. We're closing these tiers soon as we begin to prepare to ship them out, but while they're still up, you can get exclusive bonus videos that are included with packs that have a variety of our store items, all of which fund GN and GNCA directly. Some of these include our new Blind Eye t-shirt that we designed, our blacklisted no logo.
Thank you. Contento you promised us. Excuse me? I promised you no such thing. What are you talking about?
T-shirt that's fitting for GNCA, our new pint glasses with GPU VRAM art, and every single tier also receives a USB key with a copy of the movie itself.
Is that a lethal injection? Hang on.
VRAM art, and every single tier.
Oh yeah, Gemini's Google, Meta AI for Meta. Makes sense. It's like how Mexico City is the capital of Mexico. That's some of the fentanyl they brought back with them from China. $300, you get a syringe of fent.
Also receives a USB key with a copy of the movie itself,
or at least
on
the precursors.
That way, we can ensure that everyone can be a part of preserving it, no matter how many times it's taken down by different companies. Head over to store.gamersnexus.net to grab one of our backer tiers now, or any individual item, like the Blind Eye t-shirts. Thanks for your support. The meta story is in.
If you wear a t-shirt that says blacklisted like that, and you don't go a size down, if you let the t-shirt be loose at all, a lot of people are going to see it scrunched together and saying blacked. Just fair warning about that design.
Interesting to me because my personal views on copyright and fair use have really changed a lot over the years. They've evolved or matured a lot over the years, where back in the day when I wasn't making any money, I could barely afford to live, and I was publishing charts that took at the time what felt like all of the money I had out into the wild, and then they got republished on other publications in their entirety or mostly entirety. That felt a lot different than it feels today. These days, as long as someone republishing our work, like our charts, is expanding on it or adding to it in some way that benefits the consumer, then fucking go for it. Get it out there to the consumers, show them the data, and then expand on it with your own analysis. Transform it. And that word's going to be critical today, that word transformation or transformative use. As long as someone's doing that, I am all for it. As long as the information's out there to the person who needs it. Now, back in the day, I was much more aggressive in engagements where this would happen, where people would republish our works or our charts in their entirety. It felt a lot worse back when you couldn't afford anything. Just don't take every single chart that we made, republish it, write an introductory 1 or 2 sentences, and then an outro 1 sentence and call it a day, because that wouldn't be transformative. But that's why this is a complicated subject. You can have inconsistent or conflicting views on different aspects.
It's the this is like an illustration of one of the basic pillars of fair use, regarding it being a market substitute or whatever. What you're feeling is when they just fucking take it, that's a place someone can go and get what you're offering pretty much identically, and there's no reason to come to you instead. That's what you're feeling, one of those pillars
of copyright, because copyright is nuanced and complicated. And as a result of that kind of change personally,
which is why there's the requirement for being transformative.
I view this meta thing through a kind of complicated lens. Now, Meta is using all this to make LLMs, and they're arguing fair use. I've been on both sides of that argument. I have argued against it and for it. But Meta, there's a key difference here. Meta is not a publication that is reprinting some work and trying to build upon the knowledge of a reader base.
It's chewing it up. It's chewing it. It's chewing it until all the flavor is gone from the piece of gum, and then spitting out the husk.
Although there are publications that just copy-paste stuff also, and that's not cool, but that's a different story entirely.
And then later using that in some
line to
sense.
draw. What Meta is doing is instead ingesting the information and then using that to generate potentially trillions of dollars of the omnipotent shareholder value, and then spitting it back out as a product that might actually...
I think the ingestion itself is like the point at which you have a problem. Because you're using it. You're using it. There. Bam. That's a point you have to justify, the ingestion. Not just that, hey, what the AI spits out is transformative. Doesn't matter. There's like another fucking checkpoint. How about when you're using it to train it?
Hurt consumers long-term with its LLMs. Here's what's going on. There's a lawsuit that recently went through the court system where 13 different book companies or authors were suing Meta, and it was for what they said was unlawful torrenting of their copyrighted works and materials in order to train Meta's LLMs without consent. Meta actually initially began seeking licenses for this, making it look like they believed they needed one at all, and then later decided, nope, that's too much work and it costs money, never mind, let's just take it instead. And that is actually pretty much how it went. We'll get to that. So federal judge Vince Chabria has provided a ruling on this case and sided with the $1 trillion company. This ruling will likely pave the way for other
That's fine if it's right, but...
massive AI and LLM type companies to justify and defend their actions in the future for training their LLMs. In his summary judgment, Judge Chabria wrote, quote, given the state of the record, the court has no choice but...
There's something wrong in my brain where whenever I hear summary judgment, I hear SUMMERY. I imagine literally like sunshine upon a gavel.
To grant summary judgment to Meta on the plaintiff's claim that the company violated copyright law by training its models with their books, end quote.
Full on,
no
just
choice.
get fucked. Fuck off.
None at all.
Don't care.
In
Fair
what
use,
looks
go
like
away.
a mountain of evidence, though,
Lame.
against Meta, it brings us to the question of how we got here. So in this video, we're going to analyze what Judge Chabria wrote in his 40-page summary judgment, but the short of it is that the judge reasoned that Meta's use of copyrighted material comes down to fair use. He believes this so much that those words were uttered 81 times in the summary judgment, and Meta used the data in a transformative way, he says, which is a word that was mentioned 26 times.
This fucking judge thinks he's the Dovahkiin. He thinks he's the Dragonborn. Dragon shout, fair use.
Simply put, the judge asserts that Meta AI doesn't regurgitate books wholesale to people, and therefore everything's okay, and he says this essentially puts the company in the clear. Now, this comes over 10 years after the arrest and prosecution of Reddit co-owner at the time, Aaron Swartz, who was indicted for a series of charges in connection with the downloading and distribution of scientific journals and written works that are typically locked behind paywalls. Similar, in our opinions, to the data obtained by Meta in some instances.
Okay.
Unlike Meta, though, Schwartz was famously
rails?
arrested and had the possibility of 50 years of prison for the alleged felonious downloading and distribution of journal resources and academic material.
I just have a good Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy little side info-esque thought. They start prosecuting and imprisoning for this, for big corporations, but they just send a fucking, like, hard drive to jail. That's how they get around it.
Eventually leading to his death. 14 years
It's him, officer.
later, and suddenly it's fair use to ingest data like that for training an LLM, just not to distribute it for actual education of humans directly. Let's delve into the specifics of what the judge said. We'll start with a timeline. This is an important case to the future of copyright law and data scraping for purposes of generating profit via training. Here's how it went down. Meta had torrented millions of copyrighted materials from shadow libraries like LibGen or Library Genesis, which a Meta employee internally acknowledged as a, quote, data set we know to be pirated, end quote. The plaintiffs, the authors, assert that, quote, Meta torrented at least 81.7 terabytes of data across multiple shadow libraries through the site Anna's Archive, including at least 35.7 terabytes of data from ZLibrary and LibGen, end quote. In discovery, a Meta employee acknowledged the seeming nefariousness of the situation situation and stated in an internal message that was sent out October 19th, 2022, quote, "I don't think we should use
Fucking
pirated
hell,
material. I really need to draw a
dude.
line there," end quote. A different Meta employee
Come on.
stated, quote, "Using pirated material should be beyond our ethical threshold," end quote. Of course, the real news here is that Meta has those to begin with. Responding to a question of whether
Yeah. It's the, while Google got rid of the "Don't be evil" slogan, Meta never had it to begin with. Whereas Google simply dropped it, Meta's all ready to take the step, and they're going to adopt the "Be evil" slogan very soon.
whether it was problematic to use data from resources like Sci-Hub, ResearchGate, and LibGen, the employee replied that they are, quote, "basically like Pirate Bay or something like that. They're distributing content that is protected by copyright and they're infringing it," end quote. Great things to put in writing. I'm sure the lawyers loved that at Meta. On January 17th, 2023, there was an internal message implying that Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, quote, "wants to move the stuff forward," end quote, followed by communications that read, quote, "We need to find a way to unblock all of this," end quote. April 17th, 2023, Meta went so far as to try and figure out how to conceal its torrenting efforts, with one Meta employee writing, quote, "Can we load LibGen data using Meta IP ranges? Or should we use some VPN?"
Holy
end
fucking...
quote.
How is this... How do you top this? It would have to be someone literally saying, shall we hide our crimes? Just literally straight up saying that.
April
In
21st,
those
2023. A few days later, the employee stated in internal comms, quote, "Torrenting from a corporate laptop doesn't feel right," which was followed by
Yeah, there's a reason. Ha 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 ha.
a laughing face emoji. September 5th, 2023, the same staffer said that, quote, "using torrents would entail seeding the files, i.e. sharing the content outside. This could be legally not okay," end quote. It turns
Come
out
on, man.
Meta, quote, "modified the config setting so that the smallest amount of seeding possible could occur," end quote.
That's like evil on every level. Is there anyone to whom that is not evil? Like, it's even evil to pro-piracy people.
Allegedly, the company also didn't use Facebook's infrastructure to download this data to, quote, "avoid risk of tracing back the seeder or downloader from Facebook servers," end quote.
on,
In its
man.
defense, Meta stated that, quote,
Watch out, it might be illegal to do that. Also, we could get caught doing the other thing. That's totally fine, don't worry. Okay.
"it took precautions not to seed any downloaded files," end quote. The company's lawyers added that, quote, "plaintiffs thus plead no facts to show that Meta seeded plaintiffs' books," end quote. Now, all of this sure looks guilty because, in the very least, they took steps to obfuscate
Yeah. Guys, I think we need to, hide evidence of what we're doing. I write on the blockchain. I put on an uncensorable server. What are you doing talking about it, Tate?
what they were doing, that they were doing something questionable or wrong,
Meet in person, use your voice.
and tried to hide that. And when asked why Meta
That's my advice for political activism, by the way, especially nowadays. If you're doing anything beyond like trying to get funding for a new slide at the local park, probably don't do it by any form of fixed media.
decided
Just
to
saying.
minimize seeding or the redistribution of bits of the files it had downloaded, Tom's Hardware reported that the company asserted attorney-client privilege, something that can't be discussed because it was between the lawyers and the company, which really doesn't help them here. Now, we'll work mostly top to bottom to analyze key phrases and statements from the judge as well, because we don't think this was...
Doesn't work in the UK because of 400 Gorillion CCTV cams. Who of the people monitoring us can even speak English?
There's a lot of biased and loaded language in here from the judge and his judgment in the summary. We disagree with a lot of it, so we're going to go through that too. Quote, "because the performance of a generative AI model depends on the amount and quality of data it absorbs as part of its training, companies have been unable to resist the temptation to feed copyright-protected materials into their models."
Oh. Your copyrighted material got pirated? But where was it hosted?
without getting permission from the copyright holders or paying them for the right to use their works for this purpose.
Was the file name just out there? A link for anyone to click on? You slut.
This case presents the question whether such conduct is illegal, although the devil is in the
I know how seeded it's been already.
details. In most cases, the answer will likely be yes, end quote. So he concludes that AI models ingesting copyrighted works should be illegal in most cases, and despite that, his bias begins to show with this sentence. Again, the quote here being that companies have been unable to resist the temptation to feed copyright-protected materials into their models. Because companies can make money, they are unable to resist taking anything they need to in order to do so.
Exactly,
It's
Devin.
easy logic to follow. So, because politicians like power, they're unable to resist lying. Because judges individually like money, they're unable to resist the
We have corporations using the German migrant sexual emergency defense, but for stealing your shit.
possibility of a bribe. Because corporations want profit, they're unable to resist selling out the consumer. Because the impoverished
It was a data emergency. It was a corpus emergency.
need to eat, they are unable to resist stealing from the rich. No, wait, not that one. That's not okay. Never mind. Cut that. Editors, cut that. That one is not okay. Meta had no choice but to steal copyrighted data. It can make them money. The judge then goes on to say, quote, "It is
money.
generally illegal to copy protected works without permission. As a legal matter, it's true that you're less likely to be liable for copyright infringement if you're copying the work for a transformative purpose. In that situation, you're more likely to be protected by the fair use doctrine," end quote. Now, that's something we know a lot more about than ever before. It's interesting.
But it's like this weird fucking thing, though, where you're not just using it to make what the AI spits out. You're using it to train you're using it essentially to build a commercial tool. I don't think it's the same.
Interesting that the law of the DMCA is structured on this presupposition
But even then, what the fuck?
that the free media reporting on something newsworthy, we're just the big mega corporations, they're just going to say it's not fair use, and then worst case scenario, they're wrong, and they can at least silence people for 10 to 13 days on large platforms before they're unsilenced. But in other words, it's structured as a guilty until proven innocent platform. A strike is filed on a platform like YouTube.
Yeah, but like that's because YouTube doesn't want to get fucked for you. That YouTube or Google is not going to take the bullet for you. They're not going to risk it for fucking you. Oh, that's your stuff? Fine, get it off my shit. I don't want to get in any trouble. When it's their shit, they're willing to risk that bullet because it's their AI, it's their project.
And then you are guilty until they either do nothing and it's supposed you're innocent, or until you're proven innocent, and in both cases you're offline a long time. Yet for Meta, it was the opposite. Meta was innocent until judged otherwise. The judge paraphrased the plaintiff's arguments and wrote, quote, "The plaintiffs offer two primary theories for how the markets for their works are affected by Meta's copying. They contend that Llama, Meta's large language model, is capable of reproducing small snippets of text from their books. And they contend that Meta, by using their works for training without permission, has diminished the author's ability to license their works for the purpose of training
I think that's the better one. Because that's apples to apples.
large language models," end quote. He dismisses these arguments, though, writing, quote,
Because this seems to be like a much bigger issue than just this instance. Do I have with AI and with AI being able to be trained on things, is whether or not my intellectual property is used for that something I have the right to decide?
both of these arguments are clear losers. Llama is not capable of generating enough text from the plaintiff's books to matter, and the plaintiffs are not entitled to the market for licensing their works as AI training data, end quote. The judge went on to say that Meta, quote, post-trained its models to prevent them from memorizing and outputting certain text from their training data, including copyrighted material.
Does that even fucking matter?
The
for that
judge
purpose?
says
What do you-
that no more than 50 words could be reproduced from the plaintiff's books. Now, we attempted to test this with the books specifically named by the plaintiffs in this case. although Meta spat out a few sentences of
The Bedwetter, Stories of Courage, Redemption, and Peace.
books. None of them were accurate. It made them up. They were often in the style of the author, but the words were not precise and tended to just not be at all what they wrote. So maybe Meta's defense is that its AI is incompetent.
Is it even... Is this shit real? I had no idea about this. Is it genuinely correct that you can defend piracy on the back of fair use because you were stealing it to use transformatively? That sounds fucked. That sounds insane.
After all, it's not illegal to be an idiot. The lawsuit states that the authors could reproduce sentences. It's possible that Meta has changed how the LLM behaves since the suit, though. Now, we tried something else. We were able to get it to produce some materials from the D&D Player's Handbook 1
Okay.
3.5
All right.
edition, which, first of all, and obviously, is at my desk at all times. Now, Meta AI was able to accurately reproduce the two-handed weapon damage table that is in this book, the
Okay.
Player's Handbook Core Rulebook 1 version 3.5 edition for Dungeons & Dragons published by Wizards of the Coast, and it was able to get the two-handed weapon damage table correct, but it really fucked up on the Ranger. And you don't fuck up the Ranger table because that's when I'll notice. First of all, there was a
Oh! Jesus Christ. Okay, he's gone down. I like him. Still, he's a fucking Ranger guy?
able to accurately
What
reproduce
the
the
I didn't think they even existed. I thought Ranger was just like a joke.
base attack bonus
A prank.
and the
Padding to fill out the book.
fortitude, will save, and reflex modifiers throughout most of the levels. But where it screwed up was by saying that you don't get a combat style choice subcategorization at level 2, which is a massive oversight for the Ranger. As we all know, page 46, table 313, subtitle The Ranger. It is shown that you get combat styles at level 2. Additionally, you don't get hide in plain sight until level 17, but Meta thinks you get it at level 10, which would make Rangers massively and unbelievably
Ukrainian
overpowered.
plane.
And so Meta is able to reproduce some things accurately, but it seems to struggle with others. It's mixing and matching them. And what was the... Look, we tested this mostly because we're
Yeah.
nerds, and it was amusing to me. And I got to
Fair
test
enough.
my memory of the Ranger.
That's the methodology for everything I do on the internet. I get focused on something and find it interesting, funny, weird, or gross. And then I realize I've spent way too fucking much time looking at something, even if it's just a couple hours, and I'm like, I need to get paid for this, so I make a video.
Table from over a decade ago. But the point is, Wizards of the Coast was not a named plaintiff in this, and Wizards of the Coast is highly litigious, and this is one of the most pirated books of all time. You can find PDFs of it all over the internet, especially back when 3.5 was
If
common.
the Discord was nuclear, I would have, like, fucking... I would have messages on Discord. Why is this your gimmick? Why is you saying Discord is nuclear your gimmick?
But what we can't prove and what we don't know is where Meta got this information from. So if you just ask Meta directly, the LLM, which surely would never lie to you, it says that it sources it from a variety of places.
Why are you listening to someone called Tim Morrison gay? They're not insulting me. It's like, Pepsi Max. They're Tim Morrison gay. Coke Zero, Tim Morrison gay. They're that edition of me.
This could include the internet, which it is attached to in at least some capacity. And so in this situation, it's not clear where it's pulling the material. If it is pulling it
Enjoy the refreshing taste of Tim Morrison gay. 0 calories, 0 hair.
from multiple published sources and recompiling it into some kind of aggregate or composite of information, then that's really not much different than what a website might do if they're trying to take a bunch of disaggregate material, put it together, and then present it to you and say, here's everything you need to know about the Ranger. But this is a nuanced case, and this discussion kind of proves that through a strained metaphor. You're welcome. Anyway, the judge goes on to say, quote, as for the potentially winning argument that Meta has copied their works to create a product that will likely flood the market with similar works, causing market dilution, the plaintiffs barely give this issue lip service, and they present no evidence about how the current or expected outputs from Meta's models would dilute the market for their own works. If the law allowed people to copy your creations in a way that would diminish the market for your works, this would diminish your incentive to create more in the future. Thus, the key question in virtually any case where a defendant has copied someone's original work without without permission is whether allowing people to engage in that sort of conduct would substantially diminish the market for the original work. Because fair use is an affirmative defense, the burden of proof is on the party invoking it, end quote. It's kind of like in the Bloomberg situation. We are not a market replacement for that clip of the president, which we already talked about in a separate video. It's tough to actually quantify what the impact would be from any of this. Elaborating on the definition of fair use, Judge Chabria cites the Copyright Act, which states, quote, the fair use of a copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research is not an infringement of copyright, end quote. He also writes that, quote, fair use is a flexible concept, and
like, my understanding is, yeah, to a degree. Right? What the fuck is this? Freedom lies in death, says Tim Morrison's, aka Harmful Opinions YouTube channel's fans have my private info and all my videos and live streams saved on a hard drive, and they said they will do anything in their power to absolutely ruin my... Who the fuck is this?
Quote, although Meta needed and acquired and used a wide range of training data, it especially needed books.
Oh, it's Dark Season! He's still around. Dark Season, I give you permission to hunt and eat any of my viewers you want. Whatever, dude.
Because, as discussed above, books make for high-quality data, end quote. To us, this language comes across as incredibly biased for the judge, where the judge is saying that Meta needed this information, and the only way to get it was to steal it. We're not even going to require them to pay $10 to buy it on Amazon, apparently. They can just take the copies and do what they want with it, and that's because they need it. And this is pretty easy logic to follow once again, because if you have someone who needs a car because they can't get to work without it and they'll lose their job, then they can just steal the car, and then they can get...
I think there's probably a better analogy, because the problem here is you have something where they're taking a copy rather than taking the only one.
To work, and
I get what you're saying. You're getting there, but I think it's different enough to probably workshop that.
Because they
like any of my live jokes, it needs a lot more.
Had a valid reason to take it. If a man is starving and might die and actually needs food, as in need the definition of the word need, not want need to make money, then we have a hard time believing that a man starving would be found innocent of theft just because he needed it to eat. It seems again that if you're a $1 trillion company, the rules are a little different. Judge Chabria continues to use more biased language when describing Meta's perspective. Quote, at first, Meta wanted to license books and so tried to negotiate licensing deals with several major publishers. Meta's head of...
What the fuck? Newest Whaler in the Twitch chat says,
by that age, I was dissecting insects, and once I tried to make a tiny controlled campfire in my backyard, in a sandy area with rocks around it, for reference. I wasn't retarded. And when my mom showed me burn victims to teach me a lesson, I had to pretend to cry, when really, I was fascinated.
Why are you saying this? What's that for?
Generative AI discussed spending up to $100 million on licensing, but as negotiations proceeded, Meta realized that licensing would be more difficult than anticipated. Boo fucking who? Sorry, that's not in the quote. I added that. For one thing, the quote continues, publishers generally do not hold the subsidiary rights to license books for AI training. These rights are instead held by individual authors, and there's no organization for collective licensing of such rights, end quote. And to quote a common Lewis Rossman phrase, cry me a fucking river.
Yeah, maybe we should fucking do something. Maybe we should, drop some money somewhere. Let's get that body to exist. Let's try and make it happen, and then do things the right way. No, grab until we have to. Smash and grab until we have to deal with it.
To us, the entire paragraph illustrates that Meta knew it was in the wrong and decided it would be cheaper, and it's right, to take a gamble, and if there are fines, pay them later. And it was right, except there wasn't even a fine. The judge continued, quote, for another thing, some publishers apparently ignored Meta's outreach, and only one gave Meta a pricing proposal. In spring 20...
And now, next time they're considering something like this, it's like, yeah, but look at how it paid off last time. If we get fucked on the next one, really we're just paying debt from getting away with it last time. Whatever, go for it.
2023,
Again.
after failing to acquire licenses and following escalation to CEO Mark Zuckerberg, Meta decided to just use the works acquired from LibGen as training data, end quote. So because they were ignored, they just took it and said, this is such problematic language. And again, going back to the car theft analogy, it's like, if instead of just stealing it, you first asked if you could buy it, and the owner didn't respond because they're not selling their car, then it's okay to take it at that point,
Yoink.
because you at least asked first and you tried.
And I'm going to use the car to make a big metal sculpture. It's transformative, so I'm allowed to take it. Could the metal sculpture that will enrich mankind with culture be made without me stealing the car? No, it's necessary.
Finding out that they're not willing to sell the data and then taking it anyway seems like it's a lot worse than having just taken it. It seems harder to defend fair use. There's a level of intent there when it's done in this order, and it doesn't make the theft more acceptable just because at one point you offer to pay for it. The corporate bootlicking doesn't stop there either. Judge Chabria stated, quote, to download these large data sets more quickly, also known as quicker, and without unnecessarily slowing down its networks, Meta torrented them, end quote. To get the music fast.
Oh, yeah. I need this new Red Hot Chili Peppers album. I need it fast and it can't impact my computer. That's why I'm going to use LimeWire.
After, without having to get off the couch and go to the store, the defendant just downloaded it from Napster and LimeWire to get the car quickly
I use LimeWire for efficiency.
without slowing down
Bear share min-maxing.
the suspect's day. They just took it instead of going to buy one. That would take hours. As far as the infringement, here's what they say. Quote, with respect to the plaintiff's claim that Meta infringed their copyrights by distributing their works via leeching or seeding, neither side moved for summary judgment, so this will remain a live issue in the case, end quote.
Okay.
Regarding torrenting, Judge Chabria wrote, quote, there's no dispute that Meta torrented LibGen
Guys.
and Anna's archive,
Guys, torrenting copyrighted works might turn out to be illegal, I guess.
but the parties dispute whether
is
and to what extent Meta uploaded via leeching or seeding the data it torrented, end quote. Based on this, it seems like the judge isn't concerned about whether Meta
confusing.
downloaded copyrighted books, only if the company shared copyrighted works it downloaded. Now, it's been a while, at least as far as I'm aware, but people have been in the past convicted for downloading and distributing materials like movies, TV shows, and music. It wasn't super common, but every now and then one of these huge companies would come through with a judge and make an example out of people. There were cases that were actively pursued in the LimeWire Napster days. But this is awfully forgiving on the Facebook side of things. From our understanding, torrenting copyrighted work, regardless of seeding, would be infringing copyright law. According to the judge, Meta argued, quote, even if it re-uploaded some of what it downloaded, that doesn't mean it re-uploaded any of the plaintiff's books.
Fuck you. Fuck off.
End quote. Basically, the defense here is because it's just some bits distributed across these greater files and you can't reconstruct them into any one completed work, it's okay. That's kind of the defense that...
Using the fucking... We can... In the future, we're going to invent the Star Trek teleporters, but we're just going to use them to steal. I never took that piece of jewelry out of the store. What I took were 1 million bits that used to be your jewelry, and then I put it together again on the other side. What I took when the taking was happening, it wasn't your jewelry. So...
normal people have tried to use too and have failed to do so in the past. But Meta's defense, it's okay. And it's also all over the place. So the $1 trillion company can't hide the fact that it torrented copyrighted books from pirated sources, but took steps to modify, quote, the config setting so that the smallest amount of seeding possible could occur, end quote, and is essentially now saying that even if Meta did seed the files, this is their defense, the plaintiff has to prove...
Yeah, makes a lot of sense, Super Iron Bob.
...that it seeded fully one of the 13 authors' books. This can be technically complex, and it doesn't help that, again, Meta allegedly, quote, didn't use Facebook's infrastructure to download this data to avoid risk of tracing back the seeder downloader from FB servers. The judge also said that LibGen, which Meta used, is, quote, a...
If you teleport, you do not arrive at the same live person as you departed. True.
reasonable first step towards training an LLM, end quote, even though this is something Meta described internally as, quote, basically Pirate Bay. In his summary judgment, the judge wrote, quote, "The plaintiffs say that sanctioning Meta's conduct would encourage piracy by incentivizing other LLM companies to pirate and to support and defend shadow libraries that make stolen works available for free. There's no evidence in the record that Meta or any other LLM developer is actively supporting or otherwise encouraging widespread use of shadow libraries," end quote. The judge writes that this ruling only affects 13 authors, but further down in his summary judgment, the judge says in a contradictory set of language that, quote, "The plaintiffs filed this lawsuit seeking to represent a class of all owners."
Would I be off base for suggesting this needs to be audited for use of AI?
Of copyrighted works used as a training set for Llama, end quote. Regarding the issue of being transformative, the judge wrote that he seeks, quote, "to see if the new work merely supersedes the objects of the original creation, supplanting the original, or instead adds something new."
That's been a big problem recently, hasn't it? I'm only saying that because of the news I saw about it plaguing.
With a further purpose or different character, end quote. Here, the judge favored Meta, unsurprisingly, writing, quote, "There's no serious question that Meta's use of the plaintiff's books had a further purpose and different character than the books, that it was highly transformative. The purpose of Meta's copying was to train its LLMs, which are innovative tools that can be used to generate diverse text and perform a wide range of functions," end quote. The judge also wrote that, quote,
But like when I steal bread to feed myself, as I regularly do, you could say that I'm using that to do whatever I then go on to do. I know it just sounds retarded to me. Me taking bread and eating it is not of the same character as if I were to sell that bread. Sure, but like that doesn't fucking matter.
Suggest that Llama has no critical bearing on their books.
Why should it?
Criticism or parody would. But critique or commentary on the original are not the only uses that will furnish a justification ultimately qualifying as fair use. To the contrary, a use that enables the furnishing of valuable information on any subject of public interest or renders a valuable service to the public might be justified, especially where that benefit is provided without allowing public access to the
Thank you, Arstons.
At Arsons has become a member, transforming calories into content.
Thank you.
copy, end quote. To say a, quote, valuable service to the public might be justified, end quote, doesn't take into account potential harm that Meta AI, which is run by the trillion-dollar for-profit company, can inflict on the public as it trains off of this unconsenting data. This potential harm could come in the way of mass surveillance, deepfake manipulation, automation of jobs, consolidation of power, addiction to social media, overconsumption of natural resources, and more. According to the court document, quote, Meta expects to generate $460 billion to $1.4 trillion in revenue over the next 10 years from Llama. So the judge is saying that Meta's output is transformative, providing elements like summaries, quotes, and learnings rather than providing books to users wholesale. This reminds us a little bit of Cliff Notes or Spark Notes if you go that direction, where it is summarizing something for purposes of education. It is covered under fair use. It's protected. And this is at this point a well-established fact.
The Chud and Shop POV mix-up as well. Shop POV logic.
It also might feel similar in some ways to a book reviewer, where the book reviewer is summarizing the book, or parts of it at least, to make a judgment on the book.
I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about this. It's in the public, people have free access to they're talking about fucking... I don't know if you missed it, Pluton. They're pirating shit. They're acquiring it through piracy. They're not just scraping data that's meant to be public.
And that's protected under fair use. It's commentary. But AI goes far beyond these capabilities. In the example of the book reviewer, that book reviewer probably bought the book rather than just taking it off a shelf and walking out of the store. Or they might have been sent the book by the company that publishes it in order to be reviewed. Meta just took this stuff and in fact asked for a paid option first and then took it anyway. AI goes beyond the capabilities of Cliff Notes or Spark Notes or book reviewers. Not only can it provide you with quotes and summaries of books, it can also break down the themes and answer specific questions and follow-up questions with seemingly beyond human recollection. It can write in the style of the author. It can make stuff up and make it seem like it came from the author. This puts into question the necessity to purchase the original books to begin with. Even the judge admits that, quote, the market for certain nonfiction works, for example, books about how to care for your garden, could be greatly diminished by the ability of LLMs to produce books on that topic, end quote. There's other precedent for this too, which we're seemingly ignoring. So for example, regarding fair use and transformative use in the music world, outside of parody, an artist can't just take stuff from other music and then republish it. They need some kind of permission or license or something to use the work in their own song outside of parody. So even if the song is
Unless you have huge balls.
transformative, that's the case. And as an example, one of Diddy's many famous lawsuits, didn't expect his name to be in one of our videos, but here we are. Anyway, one of his famous lawsuits, and one of the least degenerate ones where the police were involved, but not the normal police that are involved, the other police, the band, he was brought to court because he sampled one of the songs of the police, and again, not those police, and ended up having to pay Sting, another name I didn't expect to say in our videos, royalties in perpetuity for it. So the standards are different here. The judge ultimately concludes that this is fair use because the model doesn't provide a market replacement for the book and that the loss of licensing for a, quote, transformative purpose is not cognizable, end quote. And he says the damages were all just speculation anyway.
That one is good as fuck, Whaler. His white paper regarding computer vision solutions to these computer vision cheats might be fucking insane, broken bullshit. But he says his software works.
Verdict may set a
I don't know about that one.
Other large companies to stretch.
But he says it just works.
The terms of fair use and transformative as shields to bypass creator permission and licensing in the AI space moving forward, and yet somehow smaller companies like ours will be continually and disproportionately put in a position to defend their own fair use of materials from larger companies in actual fair use. So the game is set in favor of the mega corporations and of the AI buzzword era and the bubble. If they lose a lawsuit, the companies that are producing these LLMs, they'll just pay the fines later. Couple $100 million, whatever, it's no big deal. They're making billions of dollars. Their market cap is going up by trillions of dollars in some cases. They don't care. So this might also get into some antitrust and anti-competitive territory where if Meta is training on materials other LLMs don't train on for legal considerations because they follow rules more closely, which...
I lost the thread a bit on our Steveman. His name's Steve, yeah? Why have you... I've been sent a picture of George Floyd holding up Kinkali dumplings, saying, "Have a bite of my dumpling nipples, Mr. Morrison." Okay. Shop POV rebranded to Retail Exposure. Shop POV's latest video is called Different Mini Fans. Mini fans. They can fit in his pocket. That's a good comment though, Whaler, because I had this in the chamber before I finished the first video. I was talking to a couple of people about it beforehand.
They don't really seem to.
It's why we talked about the it's why I talked about Enclave Emily and trans. The plan was you put out that first video, mention the trans on trans violence, to try and like force Enclave Emily, like try and make sure Emily would make that video. Was like the point. And Enclave Emily saw it.
Then that could be a different matter entirely. Given the novel nature,
and then I was gonna wait for the Enclave Emily video, but then I found out that it's coming at some point in fucking September. And I was in the airport looking at the new videos, and I was like, I'm fucking doing it now, whatever.
Situation that we asked Meta AI. That's right, we did some real hard questions here. Quote, would it be ethical for Meta to torrent terabytes of copyrighted books to train its LLMs off of? That's what we asked. It responded with a giant wall of text about copyright law and fair use. And then it said, quote, on the other hand, using copyrighted material...
Did you consume Poland's signature dish, the femboy? No.
Significantly advance LLM capabilities, potentially benefiting society.
Wait, that's not a dumpling. That's a man's ass.
Given these complexities, the ethics depend on one's perspective on balancing creator rights with technological progress, end quote. And in this giant wall of text, Meta AI doesn't weigh the potential downsides it may have, only the upsides. And so again, we come back to the interesting juxtaposition where fair use is a defense, but at least in our situation, in order to leverage it, you would have to go to court. And so at the end of all of this, just another example of the AI bubble and these huge corporations that swing it around everywhere. prioritize profit at any cost, and the cost can be dealt with later. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. It's an interesting topic on fair use. It's also an interesting juxtaposition for us right now, where it sure feels like the game is rigged against the smaller entities in these particular disputes, because
That's got exposed for being into femboys. That's easily debunked. Riley is not feminine. Easy.
fair use is a defense, and in order to use it, you would need to be in court. And in between that time, or unless that happens, content gets taken off the internet. In the case of YouTube, it's 10 business days. If no suit is filed by the claimant, then it goes back up. But in that time, you're just getting destroyed for views and for visibility in the algorithm. So that's kind of a separate topic, but obviously it's close to home for us with this. And so we found this very interesting because we did try to see both sides of it, but we just can't see Meta's side. There's too much evidence against them that
I can try. I could maybe start to do it if they were just scraping stuff that you could argue is just abandoned to the ether on the internet or something. The the provided video clips show 100% evidence. I don't know. I think other people don't watch them either. Because I've seen him multiple times say you can't be certain it's not 100%. He said it today in his comment section. Can't be certain with what we have. Anyway.
Shows they knew this was wrong. And so that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. As always, subscribe for more. Go to store.gamersnexus.net.
Oh, the provided video clips show 100%. Oh, wait, it's worse than I thought. Why are you bringing this shit to me? I should know, like, if there's a long comment, don't waste your time reading it and going quiet reading it. But the long ones, you're like, is this something important? The provided video clips show 100% evidence of softlock correction by his AI tool. Like, that's the fucking point. That's the point! Motherfucker! I know that person's not even here and I'm talking to Whaler, copy-pasting. He's telling you, you can't see that it's cheating. You need my tool. That's the fucking point!
That to support us directly.
But at the same time telling you, yes, you know it's 100% cheating, because you can't see that it's cheating. That's what cheats do. You need my fucking shit. I don't understand not getting it.
Like by buying one of our black market backer tiers on the store. Those will not be available much longer. We left them up because of the Bloomberg situation, but we're going to close those orders pretty soon so we can start shipping everything out.
Get bloomed on. Yeah, got fucked by the MCA claim. I didn't even get to see the thing first. But that's been nice. I'm not ending. I'm just going to find... What do we look at next? What do we look at next? Let's... Hold on. With as much time as we have left, has WPC done anything? Has he done anything? Whaler, stop delivering these comments to me. I don't know. It blows my mind. Because when I see comments, I see like the newest. This isn't even just from scrolling through them. I only ever see like the first three or whatever it shows me in the dashboard. People going like, you misrepresented him. You said he didn't talk about it. When he did say they're trying to make it a trans thing. No. I'm saying he's right that you're not making it a trans thing. Maybe it should be a little fucking bit with the shit I've seen. Just saying. Anyway. Okay. There's not a lot of WPC. We've got like 4 videos. Hey! This person's in a group where the icon is connected to some weird fucking pedo shit. They cheated! Look! Look! Look at this! Fuck me! Whatever, you don't want it. You didn't even show the shit I've seen? I would be banned. There's some weird shit on Steam. Let's go. I also showed... I feel like the groups have been enough of a thread. Enough of a thread. I think it cuts too close to stuff that my shit gets taken down on. It'd be weird if he focused on the trans thing. He does, though, in the past. Which could come up in future. He's all about the LGBTP stuff. Anyway. ASMR eating some Japanese candy. What's that ding?
Lizard Toby donated £3. This is for the In Praise of Shadows video.
Oh.
Cheer me up at work.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I remember that. I cut out a whole section of that for the VOD. I thought when I did it, like, maybe I shouldn't have, but if you want more of that and can find the VOD, there's like a whole other section, but it won't be snipped down with silences out. Nah. He fucked up. He fucked up. You have to show the bigger package first. Right? WPC. I don't remember who he was even going after last. WPC is completely 100% single in his life. He hates being single so much. It's a classic topic. Did he go back to Nicole Berard or what?
Well, all you Dark Warriors and all you Kato fans, CATOFANS. I'm completely single right now.
Like, I find it, like, I was looking at Call of Shame's thing where he was like, stop infringing on my rights as a Christian. You need to add the ability to censor the trans flag in Call of Duty. And this fucking weirdo shit isn't going off. I don't know, I find it weird. I also think you might get further with it. So, like, as well, if you got like the trans community defense going on, and you understand that to be stopping a cheater from being banned or whatever, smash that shit up first, surely. If that's what's protecting a cheater, should you want to smash that apart? I don't know. That's what I'd do.
I had nothing
I haven't written the PhD white paper, though.
to do right now. I'm all out of ideas. This is what I got.
You gotta get rid of the overshield.
If I don't get a girlfriend, kind of like a bunch of years, if I don't get married, if I don't get married, kind of like a bunch of years, I'll pass away. So you will not see me again. You will not see me on YouTube.
That's not true. That's not true at all. When WCC passes away, it's like the Truman Show. He has no idea how many people are watching him. He will be stored, preserved perfectly in resin.
Social medias or any of that kind of stuff.
Sorry to interrupt this again to talk about the Call of Shame stuff. Should I mention something if people don't know about it? I don't know. I don't see myself talking about him again. And look, the come talk to me thing I thought was funny. That's never going to happen. I'd love to ask him, about the friend he met at the ARC experience somewhere in the US, who turned out to be an ex-FBI agent who helps him prepare his cheater reports. I want to know more about that.
See, I'm rap fame as well. Or Flipboard. I'm tired of being single in my life. This is getting out of hand right now, all you Dark Warriors and all you Kato fans. Being single sucks.
If they aren't cheating, do you think they left that part where they shoot the debris as engagement bait? I'm not sure, because people like that do shit like that. I saw fucking Williker doing that. I've seen other people do that. Because when you look at the clip, like, nothing cool is happening in that clip. It makes sense to aim in that direction, because that's what the fucking point is. And Riley was playing King of the Hill to have, like, a point where the enemies will come, so you know where they're going to be fucking be, so you fucking point at the point. Could be cheating. I don't know. That's explainable. That clip is lame though, right? Like, that clip isn't even fucking good. So what's going on?
I really hate this so much. I hate being single in my life.
Makes you look like a doofus to shoot it. Yeah, but if you look at all the target switching clips, when the switch is done, fire is held down the whole time.
And I'm not happy with that. Not at all.
Like, it's a symptom
not even
of
a single
aim
damn
traineritis
thing in my life. If I don't get a girlfriend like in a bunch of years, I'll pass away. You will not see me again. All of y'all will be crying because of me.
True.
That I pass away.
Am I immortal because I have a girlfriend? Well, if you have a girlfriend, once you reach the point where you would have died, you keep living, but if you ever break up, you die instantly? Is that how it works?
I'm not playing with y'all. This ain't no joke. No joke at all. This is serious and honest.
We'll never know. But you know what would be funny? EA knows it's cheating, but they can't fucking ban Riley now. Because of their LGBT support. Like, the invincible fucking force field has been put up. They can't fucking do it now.
You'll see me up there. Right up into the clouds. You'll see the stairs.
Wait, I'll see you ascend to heaven.
You see you might see the light. The white light. You think I'm playing with you?
You're welcome, Turd Ferguson. I'll continue to watch Dementoids and occasionally commentate.
No. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm completely 100% single. Can't take this.
The M-Bomber guy, I'm not sure. Do you mean the whole, like, claim of a soft ban? You mean the, like, oh, the game was crashing and then they were on a new account thing?
You know what? I'm completely finished right now. I'm completely finished.
Don't do it until you get a girl. So when I first looked at that stuff, I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, I didn't think about it. In previous games. Yeah, could easily be a cheater. Could be using more than soft aim, could be using ESP and shit. not seeing it in what's available. Call of Shame isn't either, actually, if you look at his comments, but
I'm so completely 100%
we need
finished.
the AI. Where he suddenly does it in one video? What do you mean? WPC is not going to hurt himself in a video, alright? Okay?
I had no one else to look for in my life. No one. This is what I got.
You got your family! You got your parents. I think you've got a sibling.
I hate being single in my life. 100%. If I don't get a girlfriend, and sooner or later, like in a bunch of years, I'll pass away. You want
If I don't get a girlfriend in 100 years, I'll be dead.
not see me again. At all. You will not see me on YouTube no more. And my post will be called like WPC Dark Evil Lord Badass Gamer Legend Hero King has passed away.
You're gonna post that?
Like, bye-bye, WPC. That's what it's gonna be.
If I die, I'm gonna tweet bye-bye.
All of y'all Dark Warriors and all you Kato fans, CATOFANS, you'll be crying.
You'd be crying.
Because I passed away.
I'll be real. I'd be real sad if WPC died.
You think I'm playing with you? No, I'm not. I'm dead serious. No joke.
No joke at all.
But you know what?
You have to say.
I'm completely finished looking for people that I want to meet with. I had enough friends, and I had enough people that who I'm gonna hang out with.
Okay. Oh no. Is this where he fully embraces the dark side? Is he gonna cut off step 1 from the 4 steps? Is that what he's gonna do? No, I don't think he's saying... So you're saying he's overflowing with friends. I don't think he's saying that he has a large quantity of them. He's had enough friends. He believes, you make friends, you become boyfriend, girlfriend, they meet the family, whatever. You get married, have kids. He's brought girls to the friendship step enough times. He's sick of that step. Is he going to remove it?
I'm completely finished right now. 100%. I will be streaming tomorrow. All your Dark Warriors and all your Kato fans.
I'll be honest, I have no idea if he said he will or won't. I won't be streaming tomorrow either. I'm going to fucking London.
So thank you for all y'all for
Overnight.
subscribing me onto my channel. I appreciate it, all y'all support by smashing the like button and put a comment by saying something nice. I appreciate it as well. So anyways, I'll be streaming tomorrow. So see you. Peace out.
Tim's visiting the grooming gangs? I'd go see Hex if that's what I wanted to see.
Holla at your boy WPC. Yeah. But you can smell a WPC a choice, and that's the
Okay. And he has one more. I doubt he says much in this. This is just going to be like a stream update, probably.
What is
WPC fucking hates trans people. I don't... Ooh, these are the types of people they tried to groom? I don't think so. Highly possible he's autistic, so kind of. But WPC would probably have like a violent reaction.
up, all your Dark Warriors and all your Kato fans? CATOFANS.
I'm not logged in.
This is
I can't
WPC,
like anything.
Dark Evil Lord, Badass Gamer Legend Hero King here. So I haven't make a video since yesterday because I was like so very busy right yesterday. So I was very busy since yesterday. So I don't have.
Yo, that's so good. If you want to like mind fuck someone and like gaslight someone instantly, someone invites you to do something. You don't want to, so you say, "Sorry, I'm really busy yesterday," and just leave.
Chance to make a video, so yeah. Well,
you're not lying, and they'll probably think that they must have heard you wrong.
Today, I'm about to go to stream. So to play Star Ocean till the end of time.
I don't mean, you think it's 100% certain, the autism thing? It's 100% certain he's got something. There are other things than autism it could be, though, right?
Or play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Instead of the DMZ, whatever. So, yeah. So thank you for all y'all to subscribing me on my channel. I appreciate it. All y'all support by smashing the like button and put a comment by say something nice. I appreciate it as well. So anyways, all you Dark Warriors and all you Kato fans, because I will stream.
Could be First Metal Hamster.
Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, something like that. And some days.
Wait. Ah.
I was gonna make like some kind of like a short videos, so because, well, I'm gonna be busy like on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right. So see you. Peace out. Holla at your boy WPC. Yeah. But you can smell a WPC like the homie off the rapper.
Tim,
is cooking.
King Azalea.
Nobody messes with WPC. Nobody. If somebody messes with me, they will deal with the consequences, and that's their choice, and that's their problem, and they will regret it. Simple as that. I'm not playing with y'all. This ain't no joke. Ain't no joke at all. So see you. Peace out, y'all.
So I watched a few hours of the gameplay, and I found that they played like a retard in all the fucking VODs I watched at points, and like harvested the shit where it fucking worked out for them. Could be them switching on cheats. I don't think we have concrete on that. I think you wanna like fucking really fucking destroy cheaters, right? And you gotta be able to fully curb stomp them. You can't be going, no, there's never 100% certain, but my fucking magic AI told me.
At King Shuma 20.
I don't think it'll get you anywhere.
$4.99 Superberry. Thank you for the Call of Shame video. Glad someone
Hello.
else noticed this fraud. I've wanted to make a video similar to yours, but way too lazy.
I think mine was pretty... I did that thing where like I go pretty soft in the hopes that something happens that means I get to do the real follow-up. Anyway, that's all for WPC. Let's look at Shop POV. He's surely... Is it Shop POV? Your issue is the thousands of hours on a random aim trainer? What the fuck are you talking about? It's Kovacs. That was not soft. If I have to make a follow-up, you'll see that it was soft. If I get the opportunity, you'll see that it was very, very soft. Wait. Oh, I'm on the fucking extra stuff. Hang on. Go here. The problem, though, Doodle Pimp, if you want concrete evidence, if you want it to be concrete, like, even Call of Shame suggests, look, the flicks aren't the weird part. He thinks the correction is soft aim at play. at least from the videos I've seen. We don't actually have proof that it was directly on someone. We have proof that it could have been directly on someone behind the rock. We also have the problem that that's the fucking control point, so of course there's probably someone behind that rock, or debris, or whatever the fuck it was. Right? I saw another clip where that happened, but it was the, Should I explain it? I don't want to spoil it. Yeah. So first Metal Hamster, the point of my video was, what I'd seen at that point mostly were people going, they're fucking like perfect lock-ons, perfectly zoom, boom, it's a full lock aimbot. And my videos, it's fucking not. You can see it's not. Could be cheating, but it's going to be something subtler, which is basically Call of Shame's take. Except he says it's definite.
Hello everyone,
Oh, and I've got I've got to show you something about the random aim trainer. I've got to we're not going to watch this whole video probably. I've got to show you something about the random aim trainer. Hold on. Okay. Did I see any fans? Aimbots aren't what they used to be in our day? Yeah, that's the point of my video. And the point is the clips, that's part of why like the clips aren't being used well enough, really. How is Poland? Mixed. Here you go. Bam. Random aim trainer. Don't talk shit about Kovacs. Don't talk shit about Kovacs, okay? Alright?
It is me, Roman. Welcome back to the channel. So, today I have 3 minifans. Now, this video is an extension towards the previous video, which I talk about a type of minifan that's been selling in Peacocks for a stupid price range of £3.50.
Okay. And that's why
as well as being tagged. I have learned that that branch is the only branch that does that. Other branches don't do that. However, they are still selling fans at £3.50. So I got this idea. Why not purchase 3 of the same minifans that I know of and compare each of them? So, as you can see right here, these are the same minifans, but they are by different brands. This is the Peacock one at £3.50. It's a bit dark in here, so I've got the light on. Without the light,
so
you cannot see much. I'm going to bring
why would you do
a little
this?
bit closer and shine this down. There we go. The middle one is by Oxycool. Cool air pocket fan for on the go.
They're not literally identical though. Those two might be.
Don't know if you can see. It is a...
Am I losing it?
Dina branded fan. Both of these cost me £1. This cost me £3.50. So there is a £2.50.
Is it worth it? He should have done a Try Guys title. £1 fan versus £3.50 fan. Right?
Increase.
These are all shit out of the same.
Yeah.
There's a fucking factory in China with smoke coming out the top in a tube, and these just come out of the tube and are put into different boxes.
They are the same minifans, though they are different as well. Because if you pay attention to the blades, this
It's the middle one.
has completely
Floppy.
see-through
I see.
on this fan.
Well,
you can see
this is where we discovered the power Shot POV has to see through blue materials perfectly.
right through it.
It's not translucent to him.
This, the fan blade and the plastic center is
There's something fascinating about this, but not fascinating enough to actually analyze entirely. Dumbass gets triggered for no reason with that thumbnail is so... That is... I believe the word the kids use is kino. So kino. That looks like an intimate massager. Oh, he's done more than one mini-fan video. Okay.
What do you mean I'm not going to buy? I was looking around. Am I not allowed to look around?
Look, you can look without.
Am I not allowed to walk around?
2 times I saw that one.
Am I not allowed to walk around?
No.
Is this the way you treat customers? Is this the way
man.
you treat customers? So basically,
I think it's good to censor kids. But why you gotta do him with the clown? Why you gotta censor him with the clown?
you tell them they can't look around if they
And then a
something.
skull.
Excuse me?
What is happening?
Do you think I'm going to give you
What are you gonna do next? Put like a fucking watermelon over his face?
money if you're going to treat me like this? Like, come on. How is that fair? All I'm doing is looking around, that's all.
IRL streamer whose gimmick is he censors children with target signs.
I haven't been in the store in like how many months? And I'm getting treated like this?
Oh, fans are cited.
It's like, this is stupid. I've done nothing to you, and you treating me like I'm a criminal. What the hell is wrong with you? All I did is look around. That's all I did. Every customer does that.
You know what you're going to do. You know better than me.
Yeah. Shush. I'm doing what all...
Weirdly, Opera, you never quite see everything from the start that you'd want to see.
customers do. Look around. But apparently, I'm not allowed to do that. Over these, by the way. Over these.
Ah.
This is so stupid.
There's more here as well. Is that for us? Or is he casing the joint? Is that a like note to self? There's a whole fucking pile of them right there. Well, note for self, when I watch back this footage, there's a whole pile right there.
I can't believe you. I don't know why you treat me like this. All I did is look around. I'm not going to come back here ever again if I'm getting treated like this. Yeah,
I don't...
Fuck you. No. You two, fuck you. Peckham, sort this store out. Unbelievable. Treat me like a woman, because all I did is look around. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Hire the wrong people, give money to the wrong people, and now you end up with that. Unbelievable. Over a minifan. Like, I had it in my hand, I was looking around, but apparently I'm not allowed to do that in this store. Fair enough. I just don't go back in there. Disgusting.
Probably for the
behaviour.
best.
There are two things that dickheads could have done.
Oh, we'll learn in a second. I've been in plenty of ethnically owned stores and explicitly ethnic stores as a fucking, like, extremely white skinhead, and I've never had a problem. Skinhead is in bold. I'm not saying I'm a neo-Nazi. I mean, like, you know.
Be kind to
I'm not sure he's being racially profiled as he suggested in the past.
the customer, which is me. Number 2.
You look super racist with your glasses off. What do you mean? Like this? You mean me?
If he doesn't want to do that,
It's true.
he could either not come to work or don't run a store. Anyone with common sense would know you cannot operate a store as well as be a nasty little cunt. Like, you can't do that.
Viewership just dropped because of everyone who was afraid of getting immediately deported.
So, that is one of the reasons why I hate those kind of stores. I prefer actual Poundlands. They're not so dodgy and rude. Respect goes both ways. You respect me, I respect you. That's it. What he did
A moral lesson.
is not only not respecting me, he also made himself the type of person not to be interacted by customers.
Gotcha.
I don't want anyone interacting.
Because they might be treated the same way.
He's
For no particular reason whatsoever, I'm sure.
an arsehole. I'm not that loyal of a customer because I do rarely go in there. I do go in there now and then, but not all the time compared to like
Not for months, you said.
Poundlands, which is over there. But after what he did, I'm not going back there anymore. I'm not too upset. I'm slightly upset I made that decision, but at the same time, if he's going to treat me like that, he doesn't deserve my money. He's an arsehole. A full-blown arsehole. He doesn't
Blown
deserve
out, gaping,
the position
dripping.
he's in.
To be fair, I'd agree. I'm not sure anyone deserves to work retail. It's cruel and unusual punishment.
I don't know what his problem is. Honestly, this is the state of London. Wrong people being given money.
Insanely based at the end. Insanely based at the end. My empathy with the North makes me want to say wrong place being given money as well. Can I get an amen from Hexathian? Wait. So this is another store still in Peckham. Feast Bales now. Shit show and savor store at Peckham. Love a bit of drama. Same. Asmongold? I don't think Asmongold's black. I don't see the resemblance.
No matter who you are, please back up. Maintain my space. Alright?
Please go outside. You charge more customer service.
Go outside.
You don't know who sent me. I could be working with the paper. You stupid. That was a test run.
A test run?
Does she
That
work
was a
for
test
you?
run.
Does she work for you?
You work with MI5.
Okay.
You fucking, that was a test run.
Oh, is it a full-on schizo?
Think about you.
Is it a schizo? I think I heard him say, that was a test run, that was a test run. You work with MI5.
Okay.
You for
you? Does she work for you?
She works with MI5.
Okay.
You fucking, that was a test run.
He said you work with MI5, yeah.
We didn't hear complaints about you. Okay, that's complaints about you. And when I get your name, then you know. When I get your name, just leave now.
When I get your name, then you know.
I work for the paper.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Go out from here.
Do not touch me.
Can you go out, please?
I'm a customer. I'm not violating.
You are not a customer. You are a retail customer. One of the first customers.
I don't care.
Come outside. Come outside.
Please do not touch me. I will
What are you
fight
gonna do?
Don't touch me.
What are you gonna do?
Don't touch me.
Let him.
Bro. Is it weird that the thing I'm most worried about is he appears to be shaking a can of Coca-Cola?
Do not assault me.
Okay,
I know the law.
You are being recorded. That's
You
fine.
are nothing but unprofessional.
Send to
You
you.
need more customer service skills.
You haven't got none.
He's a woman.
We have
She's
best
a woman.
customer
And
here.
you
Did
cannot
stand
put
up
your
them
hand on a
back
woman.
Did you stand up
If
them
I
back
come here and put my hand on you, what happens?
Okay, do it. I'm not gonna
Done.
deny you.
You're done.
Listen,
What?
I will show you.
He said something about putting his hands on her, can't do that, but then she said, do it, I'm not going to deny you or something.
How it's done.
Excuse me.
I'm
What
a
you doing?
woman, but I will show
My
you how it's
brother is
done.
a
You put
king.
your hands on me. I will show you how it's done.
I'm a
man.
trained killer. So it's done.
I'm a trained killer.
How it's done. You put your hands on me. I will show you how it's done.
I'm a
man.
trained killer. So it's done.
Who wrap it up?
I was told I'm a
Who
trained
wrap it
killer. I'm
up?
just stupid.
You are being recorded.
Yeah, and you're taking up your...
Like, you've got him on tape, but that's not any good if he, like, bashes your skull in. What are you fucking doing? It's not a shield, it will just be the fucking stenographer of your death.
You are being recorded. I don't care who you are. Oh, you are being recorded. Look at me, look at me, look at me from. No, you are talking to a woman, you are talking to a lady. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. That he was lady. You want to talk to me?
I saw what happened.
She wants a viral clip, and she's like baiting a schizo who thinks someone here is in the MI5 doing a test run of something. This is like,
The police will come to you. Only a woman can touch a woman. Okay.
like this is suicidal.
You think I'm scared?
When the woman is stealing, we have to let them know.
Why are you talking shit when you find it? You get him to go away and then you start saying stuff. Just get rid of that shit.
It doesn't matter. It was a test run. She wasn't stealing anything.
It's a test run.
She wasn't stealing anything.
Test run.
You don't know.
Is that what you call it?
Why do you think I stand up?
Does she
Why
work
think I
for
was
you?
looking?
I asked you a question. Does
Who
she
do you
work
work
for
for? Do you
you?
know who I work for?
I don't want to know, darling.
Better know.
You better know.
You're stupid.
Okay. I wish you the same. Just keep going.
I'm a king.
I'm a king! Did he just fucking... No, there's no fucking way he just said I'm a king.
Just keep going.
I'm a king.
He literally said I'm a king. Chat, fucking chill out.
I'm a king.
Yeah, just right.
And you,
You can just go.
I will come for you like at the Ogu. At the Gunaway. Don't let me curse you. I curse you with words. Because I am a Ogu chief. May your ancestors die and time later and go back.
No, that's fine. It's being recorded.
My
We
Jamaican
hand over to the
cut their
police.
fucking white
Sorry,
man for
excuse
you
me.
to
Let the
go.
customer. Allow the customer. Let's have the customer. Please, customer, you go
Now with
there.
your bank, yeah? You tell me, you're so unprofessional.
No, the person.
Do not touch me. You're unprofessional.
So that we hand it over to the
I
police
can
when
make,
they come in.
yeah, when the
I'm
police
tired
come, I
of
can make
talking.
all videos. You're so unprofessional. I'm glad you're being at it. See, I'm unprofessional. I'm putting it on YouTube.
I'm putting you on YouTube.
Don't worry.
Put it on YouTube. You put it on YouTube and say that you're starting a female.
Bro, that Coke's so fucked, it's just gonna go everywhere the second you open it, man.
It's not supposed to put it on a
Why did you tell me?
It's not about to put it on a female. Because you did it. Because you did it. We are watching you.
Let me tell you something.
We heard about you. You're the problem.
If you want
I
to
come
make
for you.
peace,
You're the
yeah,
problem.
You're the problem, I come for you.
Why
So much complaint about you.
did you go to the lady? She's working with you.
You're a test run.
That's
There's
what
so much
I
complaint
said.
about you.
That's what I said. That
We
she's
want to
working
catch
with
you.
you.
We want to get you, sue you. So now we get you put your hand on it.
Gonna be real. That's going on by the tills. I'm putting my shit down and going out by any other door. Just don't be around that. Guess I'm not getting my fucking whatever meal deal today.
You bastard.
Fucking bastard.
No. Let me get it from me. My father.
Someone else.
Fucking white man that you are. You remember what you used to call it?
Go out of here. Go out. Hey, out. Close the door.
Whaler has just said, Tim, the Norwegians.
Fucking bitch.
No.
What the hell happened? What did I miss?
Give me 2 rolls. You feel like you take 2 rolls. Take 2 rolls. Baba, give me 2 rolls. Pass me more 2 rolls. Pass me 2 rolls.
Go.
What the hell happened?
Are you going out or you
skip.
staying in?
I think I'm gonna stay in.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It was all planned. He was charging the grenade. He was preparing the coke on purpose.
Let him go. Let him go. It's all right. Leave the door.
Oh my goodness, why
Leave the door. The customer, we can't lock them in. You can't lock them in. Excuse me. Are you going out?
Not when he's there,
Okay,
no.
can you just stop the stuff and you can go out? Let the customer out. Let the customer out.
This is why he's tried stealing toothpaste. Come on. I mean, yeah, that is pricey, to be fair.
Yeah,
but that is just a...
He's not a fan of toothpaste theft.
strangest thing someone would steal. As much as I want to stay, I got to be over Croydon, so unfortunately I have to dip. However, police is there. I'm going to sort him out. Obviously, the chance of him being arrested will be very low. But I don't know. At least I got a bit of content out of it.
Fair enough. I probably would have recorded from a bit more of a distance. Just like I feel like my self-preservation instinct is a bit higher. Buzz Up. That's going to be an AI song. Midnight Bitch. Ah! W.H. Smith has been rebranded to T.G. Jones? That's horrendous. What's his take going to be? 7-second take.
There is no goddamn way W.H. Smith has been rebranded to T.J. Jones. What?
Yeah, it's T.G. Jones. But also, that could just be a different store. To be fair, that could be a different store. Let's peep this little one as the last thing.
You don't buy anything off me. I could just sell that phone or something like that. You won't accept
This is not his alt channel. This is his rebrand.
it. And now you're throwing me out. You're throwing me out. You treat me like I'm a criminal, dude. Buy and sell false advertisement. You don't buy anything off customers.
What were you trying to sell? 200 fans? 500 small blue hand fans.
Bags. Fucking hell.
This guy reminds her of Jim Sterling. He talks like Jim, yeah.
What kind of bloody business operate?
And is just sort of amorphous as well.
I'm ashamed this is
I need him to say, what am I going to do with these now? And like pan to the shopping trolley full of literally 500 blue hand fans.
Stratford. Guy throws me out for no reason. Buy and sell electronics? That's bullshit. They won't buy your stuff. They won't. Unbelievable. They are just like CEX. Literally 2 weeks ago.
Oh, he doesn't say sex? This is real, by the way. It is officially sex.
I was selling a Xbox controller on behalf of my friend because he has so many he doesn't need one more, so he gave me it to sell. I mean, I don't have an Xbox, no reason why.
Hold up.
So many he doesn't need. My friend, because he has so many he doesn't need one more, so he gave me it to sell.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have an Xbox, no reason why to keep it, and I'm not planning to get an Xbox. Spending this much money, nearly
May I see the controller?
200 quid for a device that only allows games is not that good.
That's not even true. Do all sorts of shit with an Xbox. Like get spied on.
So, when I went to the CEX in Lewisham, they turned me away. They say they won't accept it, which is very stupid because they sell Xbox controllers.
Why wouldn't they accept it? Could this just be a case of we have enough? There's got to be a point at which they're just like, we have enough. But also, I want to see the controller in question.
They have plenty of stock.
Yeah, but that might be like why they don't want to buy it. Surely.
I know that because when my friends went in that same store a month ago to sell his PlayStation, because he's now a manager, he doesn't have the fucking time to play games anymore, literally. He went in there to get it sold for only 100 quid. They won't accept it for some reason. And the thing is, my friend took really good care of it, so there's nothing damaged about it. He cleaned it, he took good care of it. So, Peso is literally like CEX. No matter what you're trying to sell there, they won't take it. Incompetent cunts they are. And also, apparently they scam people as well.
Oh.
Take a look at this review.
I was gonna say, why did you go there then? But he just looked it up afterwards. Sandip Bania says, today I was there to repair my phone. Speaking of names like that, by the way, not to talk about this cost stuff anymore than is necessary. I tried to look up the company. I found the company with that name in the UK, and it's run by an Indian guy. It's not his company, but I just thought that was funny. Like, I think it's pretty clearly not his company, just has the same name as the one he says is his company. I was surprised at the person who was preparing the phone. He charged me £15. Alright. I requested him saying... Let's start from the beginning. Today I was there to repair my phone. The guy said it has been £15 for changing the port. I agreed later he just cleaned the port. And didn't change the charger. And even it was not sure the charging port works fast charging. Normally cleaning it out will help with that. Normally, I did that recently. I was surprised that the person who was preparing the phone, asterisk, perhaps the note at the bottom has been cut off or it was random, he charged me £15. I requested him saying that he said before for changing the port, he wants £15 later, just remove some dirt. How can he charge the same? He replied, it's £45 to change the port. I feel like it's possible, based on my reading of this, there may have been a communication issue. It's a scam. I don't have any choice except paying the fees. I would never recommend such place, and this is the worst experience for me in London. You got it easy, brother. feel like you could easily just be like, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I wanted my port changed. She didn't do this on purpose or whatever. Can I just give you the difference and then you do the port change? You know, compromise or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they did. Based on their communications skills showcased here, I doubt it though. Anyway. Ladies and gents, that's all. Have to go finish preparations for London. Lucky Bee's birthday outing. On my days off, we're going to London. Gonna get Japanned out in Chinatown. Till then, though, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this one stream before I disappear for 2 more days. But don't worry, I'm back to normal after this. I'm back to normal after this, alright? Sorry about that. I was just fucking shattered yesterday. After all the flight cancellation problems. What sort of preparations? You know, finalizing, like, picking the hotel and stuff. Figuring out which one we actually want. Not IRA-ish preparations, okay? My ancestry's not Irish in the end. We found a few good restaurants, I think. But the one we picked seems pretty nice. I'll tell you if it's any good. Till tomorrow, thanks for joining me. Thank you for the viewership, companionship, incredible generosity. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the cheap blue fans bite.